Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is This and That Tarot. Back with another general reading. Only take what resonate, you all. Leave the rest. Don't make something fit that doesn't. All right. Hopefully, you all are doing well, blessed, and highly favored. I'm gonna try to make it short. All right, because it's late, like witching hours. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get this message out one way or the other. But I did post a few minutes ago about a download I got. So you can check that out. But overall, hopefully the message resonates and or is helpful. Any sign can be of significance. Um, this could be past, present, or future energy. This could be clarity or validation for others. So only take what resonates. The top of the deck, I got expect a call or text. So let's shuffle a couple of times and split the deck and see what's going on. What the message is. Thank you all for those of you that have subscribed, liked the video or whatever. Hopefully it all is helpful in some way, shape, form, or fashion. All right. If you have not subscribed to my channel so far, hopefully you do. Would love to have you. Could be seeing 1010. Which could also mean that you're on your right path with the spiritual alignment and enlightenment. What messages do you have for my collective Holy Spirit, Holy Angels? 12 can be of significance. What messages do you have for my collective? Yeah, 12 came out again. Be of significance. Quite a few come out, so I'm being compelled to keep them. Like I said, 12 came out. The next card, somebody didn't fear losing you then. The next card says didn't fear losing you then. Next card, calling out for mercy and grace. Somebody having a come to Jesus moment. What would Jesus do? Next card, do you still think of me? Somebody wants to know, do you still think of them? Next card, if you take me back, I won't ever leave again. Need I say more? All right. Somebody may call or text you. I feel like they may call or drunk text you too. Yeah. See, you got the bottom of the deck. These plugs not plugging no more. So somebody could, have a plug for everything all the time. Got somebody they can call, hit up, for something, they need something. Top of the deck, you check off all the boxes when it comes to there being a you and I, divine masculine. So there's a divine feminine, there's a feminine saying a divine masculine checks off all the boxes for them, but right here you got somebody that want to know if you still think of them, man or woman, all right? But somebody didn't fear losing you then. I feel like they may have had all these other distractions, all these other cups they were, drinking from, partaking in, distractions. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, flexing in a big D or big P energy. You know what I'm saying? But somebody calling for mercy and grace now. Somebody is doing a lot of praying, asking God, for forgiveness, asking, God to, restore, renew, something so that they can have a fresh start, have a new beginning, because this person wants to, when they, if you take this person back, they ain't leaving no more. That's what they're saying. All right. Because I feel like somebody didn't think you would leave. And I feel like somebody may have always had people that would come back around, even if they said they wasn't coming back. They said they was done. They said this. They said that. Saying and doing is two different things. And even that takes, strength. Even that takes faith. And faith isn't comfortable. All right. At all. It makes you very uncomfortable. It takes you out of your comfort zone, out of what you used to, how you usually move. You know what I'm saying? Where you usually like to be. Okay. Makes you very uncomfortable. Puts you in some uncomfortable situations. And that's part of, having faith. But I feel like this person at the time had so many distractions, they really didn't think, losing you would feel anything like what they feeling now. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have twins, twin girls, whoever this reading resonates with. Hmm. But whether you still think of this person or not, you got to start at the bottom of the deck, Aquarius energy, with the Ace of Swords to the Lovers. Damn. So yeah, somebody is, wanting to, they could be going through a rebirth, or somebody not realizing who you are, got some clarity, about who you are, what you mean to them, especially when it comes to, creativity and inspiration. Like, this person may see that, in you, or they, this is something about you that's being, for some of you, it's being publicized, like it's being rewarded either physically or in the ethers. All right. Because I feel like somebody, may have had clouded judgment, or their third eye was blocked or something like that. Because when you low vibrational, especially when you're surrounded by low vibrational energy, a lot of times you can operate out of your ego, your south node, and feel very comfortable around other people, aligned or, on that same vibration as you, and feel nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got people that agree with you and got some similar, history and stuff like that. So it's hard to get people to see something see the bigger picture, or see another version of a situation or a person, even of themselves. You know what I'm saying? But they want to know, do you still think of them? You know what I'm saying? Do you still cross this person? Do this person still cross your mind? They want to know. And I feel like it's because they still think of you. They just probably don't get the response, or, get hear from you when they do. They normally probably used to hear from you. Clarify. Do you still think of me? Who is this? Do you still think of me? Clarify. Yeah. Because somebody, has this lack of recognition now. Like if this person, was always being, if you gave this person a lot of attention, you know what I'm saying? Even, if was the person that always initiated contact with them from sun up to sundown, maybe you was the first one to text, or first one to reach out every day. Don't have to be, but the recognition that somebody used to get from you, they don't get it no more. With the Six of Wands in reverse, could be a Leo. But like I said, when something come out in reverse, I just, it's either past or low vibration or both. But, this is, somebody feeling like they got to fall from grace, because this person is praying. They calling out for grace and mercy. Like this person wants, if you don't recognize them, they want the Most High to acknowledge them in a moment of, whatever this moment is like for them. They want the Most High to acknowledge them. You show them some type of, attention, even if they ain't getting it from you, the star. All right. But you got the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse to the Emperor in reverse. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So if somebody was, had a bad, way of expressing itself, especially when, misdirected attention or action or something like that, like taking action, or, how some folks would do something out of anger, to further make the situation that's going on worse, when they think they doing it as a way to get you to fall in line or get you to, get off their back or drop something. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever they did, it's like somebody saying, you keep accusing me of being with somebody, don't be surprised if I end up messing, involved with somebody. Because you keep accusing me of it, might as well go ahead and do it. It's like that. And I feel like somebody wants to, or wanted to, or thought that way at some point, right? But do you still think of me? Shit, no, because this Six of Wands is in reverse. No, you know what I'm saying? But they don't get that recognition. It's like, they no reward. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody doesn't feel like the prize. Somebody doesn't feel like because they know they didn't win in a situation. Somebody feels like a failure. What's the Six of Wands in reverse? And this person in their head a lot because it ain't no communication. Nine of Swords. Gemini energy. Somebody don't get no talk. You know what I'm saying? This person is hope, feeling like they breaking point. You know what I'm saying? Or like they feeling overwhelmed, like with the fact that there's no communication. You know what I'm saying? So they can only assume and, energetically ask, do you think of them? You know what I'm saying? What's the Six of Wands in reverse? Why the Six of Wands in reverse? Four of Swords, because you're over here protecting your peace. And this person, want to come in and possibly, they see you as somebody very goal oriented, very ambitious. You go after what you want, and they see you as somebody that, is very trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Or this person want to come off as that, but at the time, this person may have made you feel like a Queen of Cups in reverse, like, like you insecure, or, could be, somebody that was they was dealing with a Queen of Cups in reverse. Because I feel like somebody made someone feel insecure at one time, especially if they, had things that they were intentionally, doing and being like actions they took that you may have responded in a way that made that they was looking for some type of reaction to, and when they got it, it was, called or chopped up as something insecure, or, you got trust issues or something like that, when really you're a trustworthy person. And it's like letting somebody, have that, because it's like, why do you feel to project if I'm telling you what I feel like is going on, or what I feel like is the problem? And I feel like when you maybe confronted this person, or when you did give this person some type of attention or undivided attention and stuff like that, this person took it for granted. But you're protecting your peace. Now this person, is contemplating, like in their head, they could be, resting. They could be, and I feel like this is what you're doing for Swords with the Page of Pentacles. Resting, protecting your peace. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing a lot of meditating as well. But I don't think this person, actually feel you, in their energy anymore, because you done called your energy back from this person, so they don't feel it anymore. And I feel like at one point somebody used to think of somebody or think of each other, and next thing you know, y'all would talk, or in some way text, call, or something like that. But you got air out here with the Four Swords. You got Earth with the Page of Pentacles, and fire with this Six of Wands in reverse. So you could be an air sign dealing with an earth sign. Somebody could have fire in their chart. You could be a fire sign dealing with an air sign. Why does this? What's going on with this person right now? Current energy. on the floor. Hold on. The Ace of Cups came out, but I'm not gonna keep it because I don't know if it came out in reverse or upright. But let's shuffle. What's the current energy with this person right now? What's the current energy with this person right now? That wants to know if the collective is thinking of them or thinks of them. What's this person's current energy right now? You got the Hermit. When you got the Knight of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody could be an air sign, could have fire in their chart, could be a cusp, or you could be dealing with a fire sign. But the Hermit came out. Somebody could be in isolation, doing some self-reflecting, possibly, even some shadow work. But this is somebody doing having some, enlightenment going on right now. Like somebody is being shown, you know, different errors in their ways. You learn by trial and error, but I feel like this person is, receiving some type of guidance, to look within, look at themselves, analyze, different situations, you know what I'm saying? Look at something from somebody else's point of view, somebody else's perspective. And I feel like they're getting it. They getting somebody else's perspective on things. Because I feel like at one point somebody was, operating, like I said, out of their ego. So they could have been very materialistic. They could have been superficial, just being surface level about stuff, not looking deeper and past certain things to get the truth, or, the even in others, let alone themselves. But this person in the Hermit. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be a Virgo. Um, Yeah, you got the Knight of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands in reverse with the Four of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever this person wanted to do, they may have had to counsel some things. They may have had things that came up or that was going on with them thinking you would never leave, or thinking they wouldn't miss you or something like that, like didn't fear losing you. I feel like that's because this person had a lot of other distractions. All right. They had a lot of other things going on that kind of, entertain the thought, didn't really entertain the thought of you leaving. All right. It's like you're all right with the trash man not coming today until everybody keep putting trash in the dumpster and there's no room for you to put any more. Now you wondering when the trash man coming. When is he gonna come and pick up, you know, this trash is running over now. At first, it's one of them things where you don't really, put too much thought into it. Okay, well, it's just a day, so they probably come tomorrow, and then they don't, and then they don't come the next day either. Now you're looking at the dumpster still, getting full. So you're like, okay, hold on now. People gonna keep putting stuff in there, so I really can't. You really can't. It's like that. It's like somebody not really knowing how they would feel. They didn't put a whole lot of thought into it because they had other things going on until they looked up and seen that when you said you was leaving, or the fact that you did leave, and they, looked around and realized just how long you've been gone. They're like, well, damn. And they not only been gone, but you ain't heard from them. They ain't heard from you. You know what I'm saying? And they probably around people that still deal with them that said they say all the time they're gonna leave this person alone. They ain't said it. They probably done texted and didn't follow through with it, and this person called their ass bluff until you did it. Okay. Clarify, didn't fear losing you then? Who was this? Clarify, didn't fear losing you then. Why is that out here? Yeah. Ten of Cups in reverse with the Chariot and the Two of Cups. Why the Ten of Cups in reverse? What's the Ten of Cups in reverse? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, somebody didn't fear losing you then until after you left. Somebody got some. I feel like somebody didn't fear losing you then until it actually happened, and then over some clarity or the fact that there was some a sound decision made. Like somebody realized after a time that you had made a sound decision and it had nothing to do with that wound. With this Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse, somebody realized not even for the six, you showed back up. Not even for that. Like you ain't hit this person up for that. I mean, nothing romantic, nothing, flirtatious, nothing. Okay. Okay. So ain't nothing going on. It's like, this person, it's a lack of passion. You know what I'm saying? Like even the passion that you and this person may have felt when you were involved with them was still giving them, time and attention. It, yeah. If this person, that's why this person want to know if you still think of them. Because even if with the passion between you and them, if it was like, if y'all had like a good chemistry, in that area, in that department, but outside of that, y'all, were very affectionate with each other from time to time, or just period. You know what I'm saying? This person knows not even the thought of those things made you entertain reaching out to them anymore. Because this Ten of Cups is in reverse, clarified by the Ace of Swords. There's somebody that made a sound decision, possibly an air sign, made a sound decision about a water sign. Or somebody could have water in their chart, but it's like, some separation, you know what I'm saying? Some relationship, conflict, imbalance, unhealthy, family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But it's also hopelessness. Like somebody, realizing that even if a Ten of Cups, was something this person eventually down the road wanted, they let you get away. You know what I'm saying? And that was the sound decision that you made at a time where somebody, may have thought, they had time to, to figure out, who would be a person to settle down with, but they didn't. This person ain't no way you gonna figure that out if you got other distractions. What's the Ten of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Swords? Yeah. You got the Judgment in reverse with the Star at the bottom of the deck. So somebody now is like, looking at the fact that they, didn't want to look at something for what it was as a factual thing. Like somebody did not want to face the facts of what made you walk away from this person in the first place, and the fact that you're not coming back, or something is over. Like somebody, don't even at this point even want to believe that, you're going to stick to this, or that you actually stuck to this with this Judgment in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Somebody don't want this. They don't want this judgment. They don't want this karma. Somebody don't want, they don't want the outcome of this to be all, that's it. That's all. This person, somebody don't want that. I'm telling you. Somebody crown chakra was blocked. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was not allowing um spiritual influence or prayer, or um somebody could be more religious than spiritual, but I feel like it's got a lot to do with somebody not looking at something fairly. You know what I'm saying? As if they were doing something that was fair, as if they, were in the right, for somebody walking away. It's okay if somebody walk away if you know you did all you could do for this person while involved with them and things like that, and you just can't think of anything you may have done to make it. When you know that, cool. You know what I'm saying? But this person know you check off all the boxes for them when it comes to, because the top of my deck, it says you check off all the boxes when it comes to there being a you and I. You know what I'm saying? So divine feminine, divine masculine, like somebody knows this. But at the same time, this is the Ten of Cups in reverse. And this Ace of Swords is giving like a sound decision that was made. The separation that somebody felt, needed to happen, made it happen. And I feel like the Most High supported somebody doing this or was guiding them to do this, because I feel like somebody was not getting, they weren't getting it and probably wasn't going to get it as long as you held on, hoping they get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this person feeling down, about the situation. Deep down, this person feeling down. They felt down then, they feel down now. But I feel like now they like, it's like some self-hate, like somebody's criticizing, like they are inner critic, like somebody's, kicking themselves in the, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody is talking shit about themselves. Like how in the fuck would I, why would I, why would I expect this person to even come back? And I was over here doing this, and this, A, B, C, and D. And this person, especially when I did this right here, when I was over here like this person even text me or call me and I ignored this shit. It's like that. But then when they wanted your attention, when they was around you or wanted to come around you, it was a whole nother feeling that they got when they was around you. But then when they wasn't, this person, was so used to people making time for them that they didn't even think what it would be like if you had just said, listen, I'm out. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But you got to start at the bottom of the deck with the page of swords in reverse right behind it. So yeah, somebody, like I said, they possibly, going through a rebirth, or you did, and I feel like, it left somebody feeling, I feel like somebody's insulting this person now, like, or they, feel bad now because they, were playing mind games. There was a page of swords in reverse. Yeah. Clarify the judgment in reverse. What's the judgment in reverse? Why the judgment in reverse? Yeah, Knight of Swords. King of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like now somebody feels as though, they had the potential to be a King of Swords. They did. Especially if they, like I said, if this was somebody that knows, at some point they wanted to settle down, and why they would want to settle down, and with who, and what type of person they felt like, they would want to settle down with. This person knows they was the person. They could have did this. They could have been the person, that you needed them to be. But it was the fact that this person didn't need to be that for all these other people. Why didn't this person feel it was in that collective end? At the Three of Swords. Somebody had lack of vision, like I said, with the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse, with the Three of Cups in reverse, yeah, to the Empress. Somebody had a lack of vision, like, this is somebody that had a lot of self-doubt about themselves in the first place. Or they, felt like they caused that, in this connection or your involvement with them. They could have felt like could have been a hindrance or something like that, or they, just lacked that vision, you know what I'm saying, the motivation, like to see something through anyway, to see if it would even go anywhere. But you got the Three of Swords that came out Libra energy. So this person, could have been, I feel like that was, this person could have been going through some type of heartbreak or something like that, or they going through it now, or they had like some past issues, with heartbreak and, some trauma, in the love department, especially when it came to marriages and relationships and stuff. So I don't know if it was just them or just over time, people around them, family, parents, stuff like that may have had, a lot of different betrayal, a lot of betrayal going on. Like they may have known about it. They may have had been a person that, participated in having a connection or having involvement with people where they betrayed them people in some kind of way, whether, behind their back or in their face or something like that. But this is a lot of, emotional pain. This person could have heart issues. It could have high blood pressure even. Don't have to be, but this person, done already experienced a lot of things, with heartbreak. And so them having like some past issues and experience and exposure to a lot of, betrayal, with people in their connections and stuff this person did, this is what kind of took, and some trauma in the love area as far as this person heart, chakra being closed off. You know what I'm saying? So I think by them feeling as though if they, didn't care so much or didn't, emotionally get too deep with someone, then they wouldn't have to be responsible. And they can just, that person, they can go and come. Clarify calling out for mercy and grace. Why is that out here? Calling out for mercy and grace. Why? Why are they calling out for mercy and grace? Ace of Cups. Why the Ace of Cups? Calling out for mercy and grace. The Hangman. What's the Ace of Cups with the Hangman? The Eight of Cups with the Justice. And the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Somebody want this new beginning, but I feel like, somebody had an emotional awakening when it comes to thinking from their higher self, and realizing they have to find, healthier solutions to their problems and wait for the universe to, give them the help that they need. Like what they be saying, I look toward the hills for my help or whatever. But this is, somebody having some type of, like surrendering, like having that moment of, they come to Jesus moment, like somebody wants to surrender. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them, looking at things from their higher self and that spiritual enlightenment, that spiritual development. And they could be going through, a dark night of the soul. I haven't got the devil, but they could be also going through, like I said, a spiritual awakening, emotionally awakening with this Ace of Cups. And this, also comes with, a lot of passion, a lot of personal growth, right? So there's some things that this person has had to work on personally about themselves as to why they, were where they were and why they saw things the way they saw things. And Eight of Cups to the Justice, like somebody knows now, why they gave somebody no other choice but to walk away. Eight of Cups, so with the Justice, it's giving, accountability. It's like somebody realizing the cause and effect or something. Like I caused this, and this is the reaction. This is, the outcome or something because I went this route. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Ace of Cups. I mean, the Two of Cups to the Chariot with the Eight of Swords in reverse. So somebody, is realizing that there's, a attraction to you that they have. They know why, the romance and the pull and the feelings they have, they had for you, have for you, is more than what they, thought it would be. And I feel like somebody did not expect something to be a heavy feeling of regret of not seeing something or appreciating something when they had it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you actually, like how somebody end up, winning the lottery, but you accidentally, didn't check your pockets when you went to the cleaners, and now, there's a possibility that ticket that got destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to figure out where it's at. When you do, you got to go pick up your clothes from the cleaners. You don't even know if that's gonna still be in there, and then all of a sudden it ain't. So you kind of scared to even ask about it because you don't won the lottery. You know what I'm saying? So that's, yeah, it's giving that. It's like somebody not appreciating something and thinking something would actually happen until it happens. And some people, see people that lose things that of value or throw something away and not know the value of it. And by the time they get the value of it or find out about it, they done threw it away already. I remember one time I had bought a cake and I love me some birthday cake just because, anyway. But I had bought this birthday cake. It was buttercream. And because it was like in the cooler section of the store, when you open the door, like what ice cream cakes was, I got home and I cut on it and it tastes like whipped cream. Of course, I don't like whipped cream. So I put the top back on the cake, threw the whole cake in the trash. I called the store. No, I went back to that same store and I saw that cake again. And I asked the lady in the bakery, I said, "Hey, is this whipped cream or buttercream on the cakes that's in this cooler?" She said, "Oh, that buttercream." I said, "Even this cake right here?" Because I just bought this cake yesterday. She said, "Yeah, that's buttercream." And I told her what happened. And she said, "Oh my God, if you had let it like thaw out, like get room temperature, then you would have been able to taste, the buttercream or whatever." And I was like, okay. But I had already threw the damn cake away. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. This person know they ain't give you no other choice but to, walk away, or they know they have no other choice but to accept, why you walked away, because this is like somebody feeling as though you moved on. You know what I'm saying? Or this is somebody feeling like they gave you the choice but to walk away, to let go. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like, they ain't got no other choice but to do that. Or they feel abandoned. You know what I'm saying? With the Eight of Cups. If this person feel like that, it's like that's your justice. You know what I'm saying? In the situation. Because I feel like, them not thinking they would miss you is one thing, but them being dishonest with themselves about how they felt about you versus you being gone, they lied to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Clarify this Eight of Cups by itself. What's the Eight of Cups by itself? The Three of Wands in reverse with the Three of Cups in reverse. 333 could be a significance with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So somebody knows, they lack that vision. Like somebody had a lot of self-doubt. You know what I'm saying? And they could still be dealing with that. But this is, somebody now that's, realizing the betrayal that they caused. You know what I'm saying? They realizing where the betrayal falls at. You know what I'm saying? The deception, where it fell at. Like they realizing every moment that they was with you and had you in their life, they realize every damn thing behind the scenes they ever did, outside of you knowing. They, behind the fact of you not knowing, but they were still involved with you. Yeah, they looking at all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And right now, this person don't even got no social life. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting out. They ain't partying. They ain't hanging with people. Folks calling them to go hang out. They don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's because this person was hanging out with them when they was making these decisions, when they was in they, ego and shit, when they was, moving and shaking. So yeah, it's the same people that they was partying and times you would hang out with this person and shit like that, you know, go to social events and stuff like that. Like, yeah. Child. And this person looking at how they had you around, celebrating and doing these things and stuff like that, hanging out, going to family events, social events, different things. But it's like this person knows there's no more of that. And they looking at the fact that, those were the moments they think about now that they, could have sat their ass down somewhere and they didn't. What's going on with this? If you take me back, I won't ever leave again. Queen of Wands in reverse. Why the Queen of Wands in reverse? Take me back, I'll never leave again. Ooh, that's too many. If you take me back, I'll never leave again. Oh, wait a minute now. Come on, bro. Clarify, if you take me back, I'll never leave again. Who's saying this? Why are they saying this? What's got them saying this? If you take me back. Yeah, somebody see you being defensive. Seven of Wands. Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody see you being defensive. They could have um left, or chose somebody over you, whoever this Queen of Wands in reverse is. Somebody hot tempered, insecure, very insecure, vengeful even. This is somebody that'll do some shit out of spite just because. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Like somebody see you guarded, you got your guard up with them. What's the Seven of Wands? We're gonna close out. What's the Seven of Wands? Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. Like somebody see you self-efficient, but they want to come in with this cup. Somebody is holding something close to their chest. You know what I'm saying? Like they, daydreaming about, what they can have with you, and the um like somebody sees you as, the prize. Like somebody see you as like I said, this card says you check off all the boxes for this person when it comes to you and them, but it's because this person sees you as the prize with the Nine of Pentacles, with the Three of Pentacles. I mean, the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. How truthful is this person about if the collective take them back? How truthful is this person about that? How truthful is this person about never leaving if the collective take them back? The Spirit, High Angels. Nine of Cups. Yeah. Telling you. Person feel like you check off all the damn boxes, you the prize. You know what I'm saying? Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Nine of Pentacles, 999 can build significance. You got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. Yeah. But I feel like if this person leaves something out, you're gonna tell them no. It's gonna be a hard fucking no. So they're gonna have to, come in telling everything. Somebody could have a left arm sleeve tattoo. Yeah, left arm sleeve tattoo. Somebody could be a table games dealer as well. And somebody being nosy as fuck. Okay. Jackie can be of significance. But yeah, collective, you got somebody, wanting to come back in, but they having a come to Jesus moment. And I feel like it's because this person is having an emotional awakening, a spiritual awakening as well. That they praying about, and praying over, themselves, and wanting, at least a sign from the Most High, that everything is gonna be okay for them to, get a fresh start with you, because this person, and something could have been a false start because this person could have been your person. What's the overall outcome? What's the overall outcome in this situation for my collective? At the Ten of Pentacles with the Hierophant. What's the Ten of Pentacles? What's Ten of Pentacles, overall outcome. Queen of Cups, the Five of Wands, bottom of the deck. What's the Ten of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups? Overall outcome. What's the Temperance? And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the bottom of the deck. I feel like someone in this situation, it's like something that's going to have to, the universe is going to, it could be divine intervention, but I feel like the universe is going to have to, step in and um, with the whole situation, because I feel like it's going to require some patience. It's like somebody's going to have to, wait for the universe to balance something out, because I feel like this Ten of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups is like someone um, not necessarily needing another person. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody is, yeah. This is like, long-term success. Like somebody wants, a home. Somebody could have a home and have everything they need. They just don't have their Queen of Cups. They don't have their divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody gonna have to wait for the universe to balance something out for them. And they're gonna have to cooperate. Somebody is willing to cooperate with the universe, to do this. So, but I'm gonna leave it here, collective. Let me get your angel whisper number and I'm gonna go ahead and close out. But I did see 1010. It's our angel whisper number for this message from my collective, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Okay. All right, you got 222, which is balance. It says, now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, and reset. The affirmation for this is, what feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. All right. But look up 222 to get your own affirmation for that. And Angel Whisper, message for that. But that's the one I have on the card. All right. So that's all I have for you. That's the message, collective. Hopefully it resonates and or it's helpful. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe on your way out. Until next time, I love you. Mwah. Bye.